Hey boys and girls, this is Pastor Jason, and we're coming to you again with a new lesson on lying. And maybe you struggle with lying, maybe you've told a lie, because I know I've told a couple in my life, a little small ones, some big ones. We've all lied at one time in our life. But why don't we get in the Bible story and learn about somebody who struggled with lying that you may know very well. And that was the disciple Peter. One of Jesus' close to his friends, followers, they built the church off Peter and what he did. In the book of Acts, he did amazing things. He even wrote a couple books of the Bible. But Peter struggled with lying in a great way. In our Bible story, we find Jesus is caught in the Garden of Gethsemane, and he's found out, and the Romans came, and they came to arrest him, and Peter didn't like that. So Peter took out his sword, and he chopped off one of the guard's ears. But Jesus said, that's not how we're going to do things. We don't do things by the sword, Peter. So he picked up the ear, and Jesus healed that man and put the ear back on him, which is a pretty crazy story, but yeah, Jesus put that ear back on. And so the guards took Jesus away to front of a court, and they were planning to crucify him. So Peter followed the mob, kind of staying back because he didn't want to get caught. And he snuck into the palace to hear the court. And when Peter's hanging out, trying to see what's going on, someone says, hey, I recognize you. Don't you know Jesus? And Peter's like, I don't know Jesus. Who's Jesus? So Peter snuck off to another part of the court, the palace, and another person said, hey, the way you talk, you sound like you talk with Jesus. Don't you know who Jesus is? The Messiah they're talking about? And Peter again said, yeah, I don't know Jesus. Never met that guy in my life. So he went to another place and he kind of hid out, and another person said, don't you know Jesus? I'm pretty sure I've seen you guys together hanging out for the last 3 years, going around the Galilee, going up the countryside, preaching the new word about the kingdom. And Peter again said, yeah, I don't know who that guy is. I don't know what to tell you. Who's Jesus? And that's when Peter realized, I'm lying. I just denied Jesus 3 times. Of course I know who Jesus is. He's my best friend. He's my savior. And I just told people I don't know him. So Peter went out and he wept bitterly. He cried. It hurt so much he cried. It hurt him inside. And Peter repented of his sin of lying. And he came back and he witnessed and became an amazing person in the church who started the church. And so how does that relate to us today? What Peter did all those years ago to Jesus? I mean, can you imagine if you were out in public and your mom or dad were asked, hey, is that your son? Is that your daughter? And they said, no, not my son or daughter. Don't know who that is. They'd be lying because of course they know who you are. They love you and they've raised you. So how do we apply that today? How does lying, the smallest white lie, the big lies, how does it even hurt somebody? It's okay to tell a lie, right? And someone says, do I look good in this dress? Or, hey guys, do you like Pastor Jason's new haircut? And it looks terrible. And you guys are like, it looks all right, Pastor Jason. But you know it doesn't. So how does lying hurt people? Well, it all starts with your tongue. The thing, that muscle in your mouth, the thing that makes words come out, stuff that tastes stuff. The tongue is a very, very powerful weapon. And it can be used for good or evil. So I want to show you guys a little illustration here. Now you may have one of these at your home. You might see your parents, maybe your mom lights candles, maybe your dad starts a barbecue with it, but it's a lighter and it creates fire. Now we all know what fire is, right? Fire does a lot of things in the world. But I want to ask you guys a question. Is fire good or bad? Now there's no wrong or right answer to that because it can be used for both. I can use fire to burn somebody, to light something on fire, to just go crazy and be a pyromaniac. Or I can do good things with fire. I can make a dinner. I can start a fire to keep us warm. I can do a lot of good things with fire. And that's the same thing with your tongue. You can do a lot of good with it and a lot of bad with it, but it's up to you how you use it. You can use it to tell the truth and do good, or you can use it to do bad and tell lies. And we need to remember our verse from this lesson in Colossians 3:9, which says, do not lie to each other, since you have taken off your old self with its practices. Paul is saying, do not lie to yourself. Do not lie to others. Paul is saying to tell the truth. And that's what you need to do today in our lesson. So remember what Peter went through. Remember what the Bible verse says. Remember all these things. And that's our lesson for today. We'll see you guys next time.
Before I go, I stop. Before I go, I stop. Before I go, I stop. I don't want my day to flop. Before I go, I stop. Before I run,